Good evening, Zimbabwe. This is Change Radio News. Today is Thursday, 4 December 2025. The news is read by Divine Nambira. Here are the news headlines. Prosecutors seek 35-year jail term for Chimombe and Mpofu. Magaya bodyguard face fresh charges, and Meteorological Department warns of heavy rains. And now for the news in detail. The state is seeking a 35-year prison sentence for convicted businessmen Moses Mpofu and Mike Chimombe. The two were found guilty of fraud connected to the presidential goat scheme. Prosecutors argue the crime is severe and shocks the conscience, warranting a penalty well above the standard 20-year term. Legal expert David Coulthard says a tough penalty would set an important precedent, noting that many other contractors have failed to deliver on government tenders. He says court judgments outlive governments and similar sentences could still be applied in future cases. Walter Magaya's bodyguard, Tapiwa Felix Chikondo, appeared in Harare court yesterday, facing fresh charges of obstructing justice. He is accused of interfering with one of Magaya's alleged rape victims and her family, including sending money and urging them not to cooperate with police. Chikondo, already on remand for a similar offense, did not plead and was remanded in custody until tomorrow. Prosecutors opposed bail, saying he has repeatedly ignored court orders to stay away from witnesses, while his lawyers argued he has a clean record. The Meteorological Services Department and the Department of Civil Protection have issued a severe weather warning for Manicaland, Masvingo, Harare Metropolitan, and parts of Mashonaland East and Central. Forecasters say the areas could receive more than 50 milliliters of rain in 24 hours, with intense thunderstorms, strong winds, hail, and dangerous lightning expected. Authorities are warning of flash floods, landslides, and hazardous driving conditions, and are urging communities in flood-prone areas to stay alert and follow guidance from local civil protection units. A 37-year-old man from Mondoro has been jailed for 15 years for raping and assaulting his 56-year-old mother-in-law. Harare Regional Magistrate Jesse Kufa convicted Walter Maponga after the state proved its case. Prosecutors told the court that Maponga broke into the woman's bedroom in Makoni village in September, assaulted her and raped her. She was rescued by two villagers who apprehended Maponga at the scene. The arrest of Evans Sivechere, better known as Veko Lupa, has highlighted a crisis of online trust. Sivechere, who is the director of Diamond Migration Limited, is accused of running an international recruitment scam, defrauding job seekers of over $17,000. His arrest prompted public apologies from influencers like Madam Boss and Mabrijo, who had promoted his company. Aspiring Kulumane by-election candidate Mbuso Fuzwayo has condemned ZANU-PF bribes and urged resistance to Vision 2030. Critics, however, recall that Fuzwayo was previously accused of filing a decoy court application that could have extended Emmerson Mnangagwa's term. Advocate Fadzai Mahere has hit back at ICT Minister Tatenda Mabetera's call for all students' associations to buy computers for their former schools. Mahere questioned how Cabinet can afford luxury vehicles while claiming it lacks funds for basic public needs. She pointed to the expensive cars paraded by ZANU-PF officials at yesterday's Politburo meeting, saying government, not former students, should prioritize providing ICT infrastructure in schools. The annual charity dinner is just over a week away, a timely reminder of the spirit of giving this festive season. Tickets are now available. To book yours and make a difference, call +263 77 231 3293. For more information, dial +263 777 059 787. The National Democratic Working Group NDWG Chairman Job Sikala yesterday addressed the European Parliament, sharing his experiences of human rights abuses under the ZANU-PF government. He broke down during his speech, highlighting the shrinking democratic space in Zimbabwe. Harare Mayor Jacob Mafume has criticized council officials for delaying the renovation of the city sports center following a directive from President Emmerson Mnangagwa. Mafume called the project urgent, warning that any major event at the facility could expose the metropolis. Critics say the mayor should prioritize the needs of Harare residents, not just follow central government instructions. And in news from local communities, as many Zimbabweans struggle to make a living, ZANU-PF affiliated groups continue to grow, with some people joining simply to earn a livelihood. A recent Vapakisi for ED video shows a man directing cars, saying he joined the group just to put food on the table. Observers say this highlights how the ruling party has neglected citizens, prioritizing party affairs over national needs. Let's hear as he speaks.
Apana sikubatsira kune mhuri saka ndikati novakomana vangu ngatite zvakadaro so tinovhotera musangano hatizoshaiwa kwedu patinoti toita se tinorarama takadaro kugeza mota dzevanhu musiti zvese saka ndasai chiti vapatisipoti muri kuona vanhu kuratidza kuti izvozvo hatitari kubira vanhu kana kuita sei torarama neupenyu hwatinavo chete tokumbira help nevanobatsira vatibatsiro iwane patinoenda pakisiso idzi zvofunga takaitanga kubvira kudhara pesa pataingoshawa zvekuita sati pakazoona kuti mabasa vapinda muofisi rega timboitawo chi mezi zedu toona kuti topapasiya vakomana gwara remusangano nderipi tichionana pagwara remusangano. Pagwara remusangano unonzi ita maoko ako kurima kana kuita sei sevanhu vemusangano vanovhotera musangano. Musangano unobatsira vanhu vakawanda, asi mamwe purojekiti hatikwanisi kukwana wekuti tiri vashoma kana kuti takawandisa. Handitya panyaya dzekupiwa mari, asi chandinoziva nyaya yemari kuti tiise mapurojekiti imari yakawandira vanhu vese. Saka hatikwanisi kubatsirwa pachinzvimbo chimwe chete, asi panguva iyoyo manje tinofanira kuti zviitike sekuti isusu tikabatsirana neapa neapa neapa. Saka basa redu nderekungochengeta mota dzevanhu, tigeza mota dzevanhu panapa. I think daigona vabatsiri daigona kubatsirisa. Right, panapa inini zita rangu rakazara ndinonzi Elias Mwale, asi zita rangu remusangano ndonzi Comrade Sosi. Zvisinei zvakadaro ndinogara kwadziko kwajaisi, ndipo ndinokwanisa kwasabhuku mujoma ende ndini ani kupatsoka pakisipaidi pawapakisipo idi panapa ndini chairman.
In international news, the United Nations is raising alarm over what it calls an intensifying crackdown on the opposition and media in Uganda ahead of next month's election. The United Nations Rights Office says at least 550 people, including supporters of opposition candidate Bobi Wine's National Unity Platform (NUP) party, have been arrested since the start of the year. United Nations High Commissioner for Human Rights OHCHR spokesperson Ravina Shamdasan says the election period has again been marked by arbitrary arrests, detentions, excessive force, and restrictions on the press. The United Nations also reports rising cases of enforced disappearances and torture, with security forces accused of using unmarked drone vans to take detainees to secret safe houses. Heavily armed security personnel have also been deployed at planned NUP rally sites. And finally, in sports news, Zimbabwe's national rugby team, the Sables, have been drawn into Pool F for their maiden Rugby World Cup in 2027 in Australia, alongside England, Wales and Tonga. In football, the Premier Soccer League has charged Dynamos and its technical team for causing a 20-minute delay to Sunday's Chibuku Super Cup final against Triangle United. The PSL disciplinary hearing is set for 11 December at 5:30 p.m. To end this news bulletin, here are the headlines once again. Prosecutors seek 35-year jail term for Chimombe and Mpofu. Magaya bodyguard faces fresh charges, and Meteorological Department warns of heavy rains. And that concludes our bulletin for this day. We thank you for listening. From myself, Divine Nambira, and the entire team at Change Radio, we wish you a blessed night.